Welcome back to the Fan House podcast, guys. This is your Everton versus Chelsea match review. Let's get into it. Now, before we get started, please remember to like, share, subscribe, comment, all of that good stuff. This is your Everton versus Chelsea match review, and that was abysmal, to say the least. That was a very frustrating game to watch and a very hard fought point, I want to say. I'm thinking about this as I give my thoughts on the game because you guys know I already keep it 100%. Now, when it comes on to this game, can't lie, guys, I gotta say, Everton, Goodison Park is a really tough ground to go to, and we've been struggling there in the past 6 games. Everton has either won or drawn, and this is another draw. Thankfully, it was the last game at Goodison Park, and hopefully, when we go to Goodison next season, I'm sorry, not Goodison. Hopefully, when we go to their new ground next season, we are a bit more fruitful and we can have a better run than we had at Goodison Park. Now, before we get started, let's get into Mariska's starting lineup as to the team he chose to go with on the day here. Um, just yeah. No, this was Mariska's starting 11. Desassi at right back. Firstly, sorry, Sanchez in goal. Desassi at right back, which I absolutely hate to see. Tosin at right centre back, Levi Colwood at left centre back, and Gusto at left back. I did not like the back line in terms of who lined up, but we'll get into the performances. Okay, we'll get into the performances. Enzo in midfield, Maestro in midfield. Moses Caicedo partnered him. Cole Palmer at the attacking midfield position, Neto on the right, Sancho on the left, and Jackson up front. So all in all, the front, from the midfield to the front four, I expected to start. The issue for me was Desassi at right back. I'm just going to get straight into it. While he defended well today, he gives you nothing going forward. Neto had to actually do most of the work going forward. He was over there by himself. Versus when you have a natural fullback that can get forward and can come back and can time the and can set up the timing when he steps in the middle of the park and when he provides with or goes to support the winger or whoever is in that right half space. This has to give us none of that. He was just a body in the fullback position, and I would have liked to see Renato Vega start on the other side, which would put Gusto in his rightful position. But I guess Mariska didn't trust Renato Vega to start at the left back position. Now let's get into some of the performances. Some of the performances, like I said, defensively we were good. I am proud to say we kept a clean sheet. Robert Sanchez, I'm going to sing your praises today. You made 3 good saves, right? You commanded your area. You came out, you collected crosses, you dominated the backs. You played the ball upfield when you had to, and you played the ball from the back when you had to. And I'm happy to see that you were really good defensively. Today, I felt like I could have counted on you today, and I'm proud to say so. And on heart, I'm proud to say so. And Tosin, you have been a revelation in the back line, playing as a right-sided centre back. Some of your passes, some of your line-breaking passes was wow for me. We didn't capitalize on them, but in better games, when the game is more open, I can see where that comes into play. You partnered with Levi Cowell. We may have stumbled on a really brilliant partnership at the back. And I'm not going to lie, I really like it. I really love the partnership at the back. Now is where we get into the fullback areas. See, the having these two at fullbacks for me is, I do not like it. I don't like it. Play Gusto in his rightful position. You have Vega there as a backup left back. Give it a try and change something if it's not working out. Everton, for the most part, didn't offer anything going forward. And at times they did offer something going forward. We did shut them down, and they kind of messed up their own attack sometimes. So I know this backline had a very solid performance, but it's a very solid performance. But apart from the defensive performance, what they give you going forward in terms of some of the fullbacks, whoever is stepping into midfield or whoever is supposed to support that winger, didn't necessarily get anything going forward from the fullback. Because if we had that, then maybe the wingers would have had a better performance. And let's get into the winger conversation here. Jaden Sancho. Jaden Sancho, I've seen better games from you. Enzo went over to the left hand side to help you. Enzo had a brilliant game, by the way. I'm loving how Enzo's been playing lately. But Jaden Sancho, you could have had a better game today. Not gonna lie, you could have, you were underwhelming. Um, while the ball did stick to your feet, you struggled to be. It's Ashley Young. This man should be in retirement right now. I wanted you to retire him. So the fact that you didn't get much change out of Ashley Young speaks volumes to me. Just for this game, though. Just for this game. Just for this game. Maybe you're off it. Maybe it's the weather conditions. You're just on it, not on it today, and it's okay. That was more on Mariska to identify that and realize that and make the subs there. I would have wanted to see Neto on the left wing, Neto on the left hand side, just to use his pace to get by Ashley and put in a few crosses in the box just a few times. So Everton would have to rethink how they're setting up on that side. But yeah, that you had a poor game. Pedro Neto, he got into the game. He got into the game. He started to get by people. He started to get by two people. I was really shocked he came off. And at the time he came off too. At that point, don't make the subs. If you're going to make a sub, you would. I'd like to see Palmer come off. We've had this discussion on multiple platforms. You've had this discussion on the breakdown, and people want to attack me and say all kind of listen. If you have quality on the bench and the player is just not doing it, his passing was off today, his dribbling was off today, his vision was off today. You can sub Cole Palmer. It's not illegal to sub Cole Palmer. Right? It's not a sin to sub Cole Palmer. You could have put on Joao Felix. All right? Or even Nkunku in that position and kept Jackson up top. Maybe they could have got something out of the game. Right? And the subs, your timing of the subs in America, your timing of the subs are completely off. Right? These are certain nuances that you need to adjust. I know it's like we were flirting. Like I get it. You feel like something could have the team that you put up could have gotten something and then make subs. But if it's not working, you gotta know when to. The 60th minute for me was the perfect time to make subs. Everton make subs before we did, and I genuinely believe in this game you cannot be reactive. You cannot be reactive. You have to be proactive. So that's one of the things I would have changed as well. I would have definitely had hooked Sancho, hooked Jackson, and hooked Palmer. If anyone should have come off on that pitch today, it should have been Cole Palmer. And I'm gonna call it how I see it. I'm not one of these people that's just going to protect Palmer. Oh, yes, he has credit in the bank. So it's just one game. He's gonna play again next week. He's probably gonna get a goal and assist next week. Or even if he doesn't get a goal and assist, he still plays. His overall play is gonna be way better than what we saw today. And we got Fulham next. And Fulham is not a good, it's not an easy game. So these are some of the things that Mariska needs to fix up on and straighten up on prior to us going to Fulham. Or just in general, you have to make subs when the time is going. You cannot wait and give these people hospital minutes hoping for them to come on. Because now this fan base, they're gonna hop on Madueke. Madueke did nothing. And Kunku did absolutely nothing either. Right? And it's not on the subs. It's a time they were given. If it's a difficult game like this, you have to give them enough time to come in the game, get up to the speed of the game, and then to attack. And then once they're up to the speed of the game, figure out on the pitch how they can change it. And that including with what tactics you give them. We waited way too long for the subs, and I think that's what cost us, and the subs as well. Neto should have never came off. So, excuse me. Sancho should have came off, but Neto shouldn't have come off. Palmer should have come off, and I'm okay with the Jackson sub. Maybe even Mark Q, just for his pressing, just for him to be a little mosquito, a nuisance, right? I was really not comfortable with this. I see it right back. Defensively, they were okay, but offensively, they kind of gave us nothing apart from Tosin, and that's why Tosin for me is the man of the match. Tosin and Enzo, them are share man of the match. See, Enzo Fernandez, man, what a baller, what a baller. He was better than Caicedo today. Believe it or not, he was better than Caicedo today. And Tosin, revelation at back. I hope he's trying to solidify his spot in this team, get a couple more clean sheets, and when Wesley Fofana comes back, there's going to be questions to ask and who's that spot for the right hand side. But yeah, people, remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, subscripts to me thing. That's it. And thank you for joining me on the Fan House podcast. Peace.